So my friend asked me to detail his Shelby GT350. This is a pretty cool car. We went and bought this together on a road trip, and so I really like this car. I've had a lot of fun in it. I've got to drive it a lot, and so it's about time for a full detail. I don't think the wheels had ever been cleaned. They had a ton of brake dust on them. I think it's seen a car wash, but you know, the exhaust tips were getting dark again. I had cleaned them once before, but it was time to clean this car up. And he asked me if he could hire me to do it because I've been kind of experienced in cleaning up cars, and he likes what I do with mine. So I just wanted to do a full clay bar wax inside and out, everything. So let's get started. So I went into my bathtub inside the house and got hot water because it was kind of cold outside. Look at all the brake dust coming off of these wheels. I know the GT350s are known for that, and it'll only be a day of driving and I'm sure there'll be brake dust all over it again, but I got to work cleaning it up. I wanted to start out with a nice wash and get soapy water all over the car. Use it like a lubricant to help break up anything that's on the car. It's going to have brake dust all down the side of it. It's going to have contaminants, road grime, just all that kind of stuff. So a good soapy wash is the first thing that I like to do. I like to break up anything that's on the car first, and soap acts like a lubricant, so it helps glide away the dirt and soak up the dirt instead of just rubbing it into the paint and the clear coat. So nice wash here with a mitt with soapy water. I just used normal soap, car wash soap, and then I used that soapy water to go onto the wheels with an old microfiber and just started going to town on these. I'm surprised how long it took to clean these wheels. I did several passes. And then I went on to the clay bar, and you know, the car's still a little bit wet, but you add a little bit of lubricant to it and you spray it and you keep it wet and just slowly would glide back and forth to pick up all those contaminants. Look at all the brake dust and junk coming out of the side of the car there. So tons of good work with the clay bar there. Imagine the clear coat being like your skin and the contaminants are like hairs, and you know, if you have ever plucked out an eyebrow hair, that's what it's like using the clay bar to glide across gently, keeping it lubricated and pulling out all those contaminants out of your clear coat. So then I went on to the wheels, and they were kind of old and aged a little bit and dirty, so I scrubbed them up, went back to the wheels again. I even used a little bit of simple green to break up the brake dust, and then I went on to waxing the car, and I just used a Carnauba wax that my friend had got me. I bought a whole gallon of it. It's for detailing. It's a detail supply product, and it's called Dazzle actually. And I just went through and started waxing all the panels of the car. You can see how nice it came out, and of course a nice car cleans up nicely as well. This car only has 10,000 miles on it, so cleaning up the exhaust tips was next. A little bit of simple green on those too. I've used the Magna Aluminum polish before. inside the car, you can see this area gets kicked a lot by people's feet. It's just common, it's nothing unusual. And so I went on to cleaning the floor mats, a little bit of animal hair and stuff in here, and cleaning the carpets. But overall, the car looking good. You can see I did do some tire shine on there. I like to do the vacuuming before I do the glass so that there's no dust or anything getting on the glass. I do the glass very last. But wheels looking good, tires looking good. Put a lot of work into those. Went ahead and did some more vacuuming. I mean, I really got these mats looking good. It took some effort. Actually a gift to me, and I gave them to him, and it was really nice of my friend to give me those. So went on to cleaning the seats and then vacuuming up all the rest of the stuff that goes underneath the mats. So just an average vacuum. You can see how dirty the cup holders are. We're going to get to that with some simple green. I'll take those little rubber inserts out. There's some more underneath by the stick shift as well. So just getting all the carpets and stuff. This is the driver's side. Just trying to get all the little pieces of animal hair and stuff. So scrubbing these things down, let them soak for a little bit, and then, you know, washed them out and got the gunk out of them. And so a lot of people don't do the door jambs and the plastic trim here around the doors, and so that was something that I really wanted to do. I wanted to take some pride in that, especially how cool it is here. It has the GT350 door sill and the chassis number and all that cool stuff. So pretty cool little piece there. But this stuff always gets overlooked when you detail a car. The sides here, all this stuff always gets dust at least on it. And like I said here, where people's feet kick it and make a mess. And so went through and just got a good amount of cleaner on that and wiped those down. Of course, they clean up nicely because it's a newer car, like I had said. So very nice pieces here, nice newer pieces, and they all cleaned up very well. Usually I like to use distilled water on here, but when it's the first time like this and it's kind of dirty, I'll use simple green or some kind of a cleaner. That's what my friend would always use in his detail business. And there's other products out there, but I think this did a great job. Don't use VLR. I use VLR. That's supposed to be vinyl, leather care stuff, and it like changes the color of the plastic. So yeah, I was very careful about that. But then scrubbing the pedals, they do get dirty. People don't realize that your feet are kicking these things the whole time and your shoes are dirty. So clean these all up nice. Tried to get the posts as well of the pedals and the kick panel there, the dead foot for the clutch. And then getting underneath the door. That's somewhere where a lot of people miss and don't go. And I just wanted to get all this cleaned up. And this is a very nice desert car, so no rust or anything, and it's pretty new anyway, but still I see a lot of cars that will get rusted out here or get grimed and really gross underneath the doors, and this always gets missed. Nobody ever cleans that up. So then I went on to the glass and I went outside, and I like to do the inside of the glass with the car pulled back where the sun's shining through so I can see any types of streaks or fingerprints or something that you might miss. And so it's hard to do glass in the shade. Doing glass just isn't fun anyway, but distilled water works really good. If you use too much Windex and stuff, then it'll get little sticky residue build up, and I like using just clean water. So then I went through and I did all of the arrow pieces, and you know, they look good wiping them down like this. You know, they changed color slightly, but then when it dries it kind of goes back to that matte color, so that's what it's supposed to look like. But here's a little walk around of how good the car looks, and I think it was a fantastic job. It took me about 3 hours to do, and I was very proud of the work I did on the car. And like I've said before, nice car cleans up nicely, and so this is a beautiful car and it looks awesome in the sun. And it does look pretty good on camera, but obviously in person is so much better. So beautiful magnetic gray, and this is a really cool color. You know, I like it. It's got a nice flake in it. It looks good in the sun. So beautiful looking car. Again, the wheels did a lot. You know, the stripes, you got to be careful not to gouge those up. I've seen brand new ones on the showroom floor that had big gouges in them. Here's the interior all finished up, looking good with the mats. The seats looking good. If you like the lines in the suede or the Alcantara, then Some people like to put little brush stroke lines in it, but looking really good. And of course, the back seat looking good too. And we just installed that actually. It had a roll bar in it previously. And let's not forget the cup holder. And we will come back and see how good that cleaned up. Looks really good. I did all in the shifter boot, everything there, the little front panel there, the little cubby, and all of the instruments and the radio and everything too. So looking really good. So I was out there enjoying a walk around, playing with the kids and stuff, waiting for my friend to show up, and every time I looked at the car I just thought, man, that looks good. He said he wants the car to pop, and I think we did a successful job at that because the car really pops when you look at it. So looking really good. So I couldn't stop taking pictures of it. It just looks so cool. I wanted to capture what it looks like just walking up the street and seeing the car parked like that. So beautiful GT350. I also did replace these. You can see where the roll bar was. He had bought a new one of these and asked me to install it, so I did that. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video of the GT350. A little bit of content for this car. I've had it on the channel, like I said. I have a whole playlist about this car, so you can see that. I'll link it at the end of the video. And so, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more Mustang content.